Oi, ho, 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 hoi. Yes. Welcome to Paul's lobster fishing tribulations. Okay, here we are. As you can see, it's a bit windy today and wavy. We should talk about fishing lobster, which in my view has not been a great success so far. Normally I catch 3 to 4 lobster a year, and they typically over a kilo each. And so we have to try something new. So now we are outside the Bay of Glomset and the village of Glomset. We actually have relatives. For ease of reference, I will put a link to a map in the description below, so you can just click on that and then you'll see where we exactly are right now. So here there are very good spot for, this is a well-known spot for crab, and also a lot of people are fishing here, but there's also quite a good lobster spot. And around where we are now, there's a reef which is like 4, 5, 6 meters down, and there's another reef over there which is 4, 5, 6 meters down. And as you know by now, I have a good experience on fishing for lobster on reefs. So we shall try that. And to find the reefs, I have looked on the map, and we're just outside one now. But I also have my small little fish finder with me, so I can see the depth. Now, we are actually 10 kilometers away from the village of Skøyer, which is absolutely the limit of what this boat should be used for. It's no wind today, the sea is flat, it's calm, it's safe, and it's no problem. But today is Thursday, and we went today because tomorrow another storm is coming. And then we are not able to do anything, basically. So we will do this today, and then we hope that there will be another nice day next week to take them out. And then basically, I think we wrap it up. Now I've finished my tea. And we shall put this out. Quickly, it's finished. I put it in my pocket. And we start with the pots again. Here you see the depth and the temperature. It's about 9.6 degrees and about 100 meters deep, 300 feet. So there's a school of fish underneath. 20 meters. So there's a shelf here apparently. And here we were. It was just behind us. We are about 7.5 meters deep, 8.6, 8.9 now, 9.9, 10, 7. Okay, off we go. And then of course it got stuck. This is classical my luck. Okay, so 8.8, 8.9, 9, sleep. Actually, it's there now. Alrighty, the sun is setting. This is the best we can do. We have plenty of line for high tide. And as is customary, we always say tweet tweet for good luck. Now, as an academic, I have limited belief in such superstition, but this is after all a video about traditional lobster fishing and how we do it here, and as it's part of custom and culture, we add it in. I normally do not. Anyway, we move to another place over here and we'll see if we can get a better spot. So we're just beside another navigation aid now. It's about, you can see here how deep it is. This is the other space I was thinking about, and obviously since we have the navigation here for us, helps us a lot. Off it goes. Obviously not very deep. And I can assure you that the pellet is doing its job, because it smells probably most wonderfully for the lobster. Maybe not for us, but for the lobster, it smells like the best Christmas dinner you can have. Tweet, tweet. There we go. So, 2 down. The line is going to the bottom. And then I have a couple of other spots. And now we're basically halfway through the, between the first and the second pot. I can see the bottom here. And you can see behind me there's rocks and boulders, and you know, that basically tells me maybe we have a chance. Anyway. Yeah. This is nice and tight. We are basically where we should be. Actually, I had to fix this one too. Actually, it was cut up to open. I had to put in 3 knee strips. No bonus points for guessing what happened. Is this okay? It goes very down deep here, so let's see. There we are. There we are. No. There we are. One. That's nice and tight. Tweet, tweet. Another of my favorite spots, I hope. The navigational aid. Wow, that's a shallow. I can see it here. Oh, it's like a volcano, mini volcano. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I do it halfway between the shore and the reef, huh? There we go. Yeah, I can see the bottom, and I can see my pot floating as it should. There it rests. A bit of a sandy bottom here. Tweet, tweet. Excellent, looks very good. So, halfway between land and navigation. It's like a small undersea valley. We fixed the last pot. We actually 2 out there, as you know, 1 by the navigation aid here and 1 by the navigation aid behind us. And now it's the last one, and I'm actually gonna go over there, I think. The reason for that, as you will see when I turn around, is that there are some rocks here. Huh? So let's see. Off it goes. There's a couple of other pots over there, I see. And that's tight, wait. And that's it. Today is November, 1st of November, Saturday, 2025. We actually had to wait 2 days to get out to the sea this week because the Bay of Skøye was actually frozen over. It's a lot of fresh water because the water in the Skøye Bay is not changed very often, so the salinity is very low. So it's high level of fresh water in it. Particularly, we have had quite a lot of rain lately, and then of course the fresh water is on top. And we had a few degrees minus, 2 minus centigrade, which is enough for the sea to freeze over. And actually it was like a centimeter of ice. So we couldn't get out. Now with the heavy wind last night and morning, the ice broke up and we were able to get out, and here we are. So let's get started. And then we hope that there will be another nice day next week to take them out. Okay, here we are. As you can see, it's a bit windy today and wavy, and there's a special technique when we do this in heavy winds. We put the bow towards the wind. Because we actually, the wind just came. We thought the wind was dying down. There are some waves, as you can see, but here we are. And then we do it most quickly. It seems to, for good measure, it seems to be stuck. So, there it came. Up. Oh, up. So, 2 crabs. The wind is actually not so high and strong. We had stronger wind earlier, but so we waited to get out to the sea and pull out our pots. So, but the waves are from the earlier wind. So we pull out our pots and let's see what we got. No, in the olden days when you had a underpowered, low wooden fairing, as you say, rowboat, you could often see people riding off the waves of the ferries. They would wait until the ferry started
leaving, and then they will just try to time it, and then they rode on the waves, and by that they went home much faster than basically they normally would do. So now, of course, we have much powerful engines and different boats that are planing and skimming the waters. So that's not necessary anymore. But you see, the waves are not that high, and I judge this safe. This boat is obviously extremely strong, well made, and even though it's full of water, it will still float. There's like flotation things inside here that make sure. And all around us here there are houses that are watching us. So people are observing us and watching us, and if something happens, of course we have a mobile phone with us. We have people watching, probably with binocular, and looking what we are getting. Are they getting any lobsters? Are they getting any this or that? So here we are, up against the wind. The wind is a bit stronger than actually when we set out, but it's still on the safe side. However, we are obviously getting closer to the margins than on a sunny day when it's absolutely calm and flat sea. But it's still safe if you know what you're doing, obviously. As you can see now, we have the bow against the wind and the waves. Camera shaking quite a lot. I'm having the bio in front of me, and I will back up again. Yeah. Should have had a longer one with me. So basically, we made a bet that the weather would be nice and we would be able to get here and catch these. It's stuck. It's stuck in the ground. Okay, so let us drift off. No, it's stuck. It's stuck. We will try one more time. If it's still stuck, we will have to come back when it's calmer. Oh, there it is. Or was, I thought. Okay. I got it. Good. So, welcome to Paul's lobster fishing tribulations. And the eternal question, is it really worth it? We'll see in a moment. It is heavy. It is. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Well, oh. Well, we have crab and crab and crab, and there was a lot of seaweed on it. So, as you can see here, so it was stuck in the, we call it seaweed forest. Okay. Small crabs. I'm happy we got it out. And now it's the third one, as you might remember, this was put closer to the shore. You know, if we can get any closer than this, we probably can walk home, I would say, huh? We probably could walk home. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh, we try a third time. So, obviously keep the engine in gear going forward all the time. Keep your bow towards the waves and have enough speed so you are able to steer and control the boat. So you have to have a little bit forward momentum, so you know you have control over the boat. So the wind is actually not that strong, but the waves are, you know, from the earlier wind, and then we couldn't have gone out. But today, now, the wind is pretty much dying down. But here we are. And then I'll try to get us a little bit out from the shore. Ah. The bow of the boat, of course, upwind at all times. And you see we have a little bit forward momentum on the boat going forward. So now, obviously, if you're not used to boat and being on the sea as I have been since I was like, you know, a baby. Better stay safe than sorry. And here we are. Crab, crab, crab. Alrighty. Okay. We just leave it like that for the time being. And then we take the two last ones, which are, you know, in more protected waters. So, and of course, when the waves are as strong as this, we match our speed according to the conditions. All the time scouting for what's coming up. If there are a big wave coming up, could be something even floating in the sea. So always, always, always better safe than sorry. Period. So as you can see, much calmer water sea here, and I will actually we take another round, I think. Should have a little bit longer one, maybe, but you know, normally we don't go out in these conditions. Oh yeah, the wind is picking up. Probably good that we got it done then and not waited until later. Ah, yes. Here we are. Done. And there's our friend, navigation pole. Done. And oh, nice crab. That's it. Well. Okay. Alrighty, and here we are, the fifth and last, and the last pot of the year. I think that we do I have space? Yeah. Oh, I have space one here. So, this is the last one for the year. It would be nice if we got a lobster, huh? What do you think? Do we have a lobster here? Or not? Let me know in the comments. Huh? Oh, I saved this for last because this is, you know, as you can see, sheltered from the wind and the waves. Quite a beautiful little spot. there's actually another man or person who has put their pot like 50 meters ahead of our bow, meaning this is probably a good spot. Let's see what we got. I can see a crab, 2 crabs, 3 crabs, and that's it. Well, we have a few crabs. Enough for dinner, which is not bad. So, time for a chat and a cup of tea. And if you haven't gotten out your favorite beverage yet, please stop the video and do so. And then rejoin us in a minute or so. So, yeah. And as always, something to get the energy back. As always, plastic goes in your pocket and goes with you home. You know, always leave nature even more pristine and beautiful than when you were there to enjoy it. If you see something plastic or garbage or something that doesn't belong in nature laying around, do pick it up and bring it into the nearest garbage container. Cheers. So, what do you think about our lobster fishing tribulations? And most importantly, is it really worth it? Pottering around like this. Sorry, no apologies for the pun. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Is it really worth it? So what do you think? Is it, we asked at the beginning of this series, from early on, how to catch lobster. The premise of the video is, of course, how to catch lobster in Norwegian Fjord. We caught 2. Probably maybe lost one, I don't know. What do you think? Did we lose one? Was it somebody who stole our lobster? Maybe, maybe not, we don't know. And so, but is it really worth it, what we're doing? What do you think? We typically spend 3 hours doing this. We are, 10 kilometers away from the village of Skøyen. It takes a half an hour to get here. It takes an hour to get the pots out. And then it takes half an hour to get back. And then, of course, we have to pull the boat in and out and all that stuff and prepare. So 3 hours we typically spend per day when we go out and pull out the pots to check them. So that's the, the labor aspect of it. And then we use petrol. This is an outboard engine. It uses petrol. Now, this is actually the only machine I have that actually uses fossil fuels. I have had an electric car since 2013. I'm on my 3rd electric car. Just a really small little electric car as a daily runabout. Works marvelously. Not for long distance driving because we don't do much of that. So how much gasoline have we used? Honestly, not much. For this endeavor, we have used a total of 10 liters, probably less, honestly, we haven't double checked it, but 10 liters, which is 2.5 gallons. So, which is 22 krona per liter in Norway, so about 20 euros or about $22. Not a lot. And that's basically all the fossil fuel I use. This engine here basically sips gasoline. I have an older, smaller one that I'm basically giving away now, which is a two-stroke one that you have to fill, a little bit of oil into the gasoline to, lubricate the cylinders and what have you. And it smokes, good God, old technology from the 50s and 60s and 70s. We passed that stage now. This is modern technology, and it is as good as it gets. And then, of course, there's a sizable investment in this boat and this engine, so you can count about 5,000 to 6,000 euros or dollars for the boat and engine. So, it stacks up. And as I said many a time, you can buy lobster for 300 krona, 25 euros, $30 on the dock in Ålesund. There's plenty of lobsters. So, is it really worth it? So, from the economical point of view, probably not. Probably not. It really doesn't pay. And some of my friends, two of my friends, they have, huge, expensive boats with 150, and another one has 300 horsepower, and they skim over the water and they go far out to the sea, and they catch, one had caught with their 10 pots, they have caught 20 to 25 lobster, which is a little bit further in the fjord towards Stranda, towards Geiranger, halfway between here and Geiranger, Stranda. And he basically said he had enough, so he quit 2 weeks ago. But he shook his head, and but of course, it's much cheaper to buy the lobster on the dock, he said. So, and he also had to drive with his electric car into his cabin and go out and to the sea and such. So obviously a lot of investment there and labor cost. But again, he could invite his friends for lobster and his family on lobster dinner a couple of times. And, that's a good thing to do. It's a delicacy. And, it's something you have caught, wild caught lobster. So I think, from the economic perspective, it really doesn't pay. But let's look at it from the food perspective. We have now caught maybe 30 crabs, or maybe more. Actually, no, 50 maybe. Small and big and small altogether, 50. So we had many good crab meals, right? And we had caught 2 lobster, one we threw out. And of course, I wish the lobster were more, they were bigger, but in reality, in a season, I normally catch anywhere from 3 to 4, I think. And they were larger. They were smaller this year, which, okay. So, so I think that from the food perspective, that we have secured a few meals, and that lobster roll that we caught first was super delicious. Absolutely favorite. And but then it also the two things that makes it really worthwhile for me. This year it's an added aspect too. So to get out on the sea on a beautiful day, or experience nature, and being with my kids and do something together, it's just good for your health, mental health. If you are indoors all the time, you will get miserable, and it's just so good for your health and your well-being, physically and mentally, to just get out and be with nature. We are natural, we are human beings, and we are part of nature. So, it's important that we go out to nature and experience and join, and feel and have feel the elements like we've done today, the wind. And it is, from that perspective, it checks all the boxes. It's totally worth it. Just to sit here with my tea and a little bit something to bite in, and then enjoy and just think, philosophize and reflect on things. It's just marvelous. But last, but definitely not least, is that what really makes it worth it for me and us this year is that you can join us. We can share this experience with you. For many of you have no opportunity whatsoever to come to Norway and visit Norway and visit our beautiful town of Ålesund or beautiful fjords. And you know, if you have, please drop a line, a comment, and tell us about your experience. But most of you have no opportunity whatsoever to come to Norway. And definitely extremely few, if none, have the opportunity to go out and do the things that we do here today, like fishing for lobster. Huh? So sharing this in a authentic, genuine way is really what makes it worth for us this year, particularly. You know, and that's the whole point with this video channel, that we take you out on real experience that Norwegians have, and which is quite an important thing about living in Norway, is that you don't only live here, but you actually use nature, you use the country, you harvest from it, and you experience it. So that's basically what really makes it worthwhile for us this year, to have this opportunity to share it with you. And I really hope that you have enjoyed this video series as much as we have when we are making these videos. Making a video like this takes 20 hours, okay? So we are 3 hours out on the boat shooting, and then there is about 14, 15, 16, 17 hours, to edit it and put it together and do everything we need. Typically I edit it in 3 times. First with the rushes and rough cuts, and then I get it together more smoothly, and thirdly I really make it nice and try to make it as professional. And you probably see from the beginning it's a little bit rougher, but as we progressed through this video series, we found our form and our format, and hopefully we will continue doing these videos. Now obviously we do not do this for financial gain whatsoever, because YouTube doesn't pay us, at least not yet. Maybe if enough people share, like and subscribe, then of course maybe we will reach monetization, but that's totally not the point of this video. And if we do, that's fine. It might cover some of the petrol cost, because it's just a pittance. Huh? But the most important thing for us is that you enjoy. And if you enjoy this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And that means all to us. That's why we are doing it. So if you enjoy it, please let us know. And that will motivate us and inspire us to make further videos. And let's see. I have some plans in my head. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and we will put up more videos later on if we have enough response and people like it and comment on it, and then it's basically worthwhile for us doing it. If nobody watches, then of course it's no point. Then we can just carry on as we always did without a camera. Alrighty, so let's see what we got. A lot of nice crabs, honestly. 1, 2, a bit on the smaller side. This one, 3. Nice for soup, probably. Crab cakes. Aye. Oi. Even though they're quite small, they're quite strong. 9. Oi. See, don't get your finger inside here. I can assure you, it's. This is nice one. Sorry, mate. So that's number 5. And that was that spot. So we take the next spot. Here. Oh, a little bit bigger. Oh, look at that claw. Nice claws. Got a food of that in those. And, Hi, mate. Let's see. Hello there, little fellow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I will take its claws. Oi, oi, oi. There it is. Nice claws. And they're quite strong. Yeah. I'm able to hold it, of course, but they're quite strong. And so that's the 3rd from this pot. Let's see. A little bit on a in between here. Let's see. It's a bit stuck inside. There we are. Oops. So that was 8 from that pot. No, from those 2 pots. Then we have here 9, 10, 11. Yep. And then we have a nice one here. Let's see. I will take it from which angle? This angle, maybe. Yeah. I think this is the biggest one. I think this is the biggest one. Aye. Oi. A feisty little fella, this guy. Sorry, say. So, now that was 12. And then I have a couple down here. And 13. Good one. Nice one. 14. And again, look at this. One claw missing, huh? Somebody took it off and threw it out again. Animal cruelty. $15 crabs. Some of them are quite okay, decent size, and some of them are a little bit on the smaller side. Lovely for soup, and the claws, of course, have food in them. So all in all, not bad. So I haven't counted, but I guess something we have gotten close to 50 crabs, probably, at least. The smaller ones that we threw out, we don't count them usually. So not bad, I would say, for today's catch. So anyway, again, I hope you enjoy this series as much as we have making it. We do it for you. And please drop us a line what you think. Should we continue making more videos about how we go around with our leisure pursuits in Norway? Please let us know. Thank you for watching. It's been great being with you here. Now we go home. Yeah, actually the wind has been getting a bit stronger, so basically go very slowly and carefully now. We are on the safe side of the limits today. It was a little bit dramatic. You can see we have made it safely back to our old favorite fishing spot where we caught 2 lobsters, and I feel very safe in this boat. I had it for a long time. I know its limits, where we can go and not go. And how do I judge it? I judge it by the waves. If you can see the waves, if they have a white, crest on top, they're breaking and white on top, then you're getting closer to the limits. Now we are still on the safe side, but if they were white, much more white and a stronger wind, we would have parked the boat there and got somebody to pick us up.